Snarklings. It's Vyvyan Wormwood here with another video for you. Just going to do a little Goth Cliches today, seeing how that goes. And I've got a list in front of me. I'm doing the 10 Goth Cliches that was started by Toxic Tears. I was not personally tagged by anybody, but she did kind of give us all a call out and say, if we wanted to do it, to go ahead and do it and embrace our cliches. And I have to say, I have a lot of them that I'm pretty intense with. So my number one is I'm into the supernatural and occult. I really like things like cryptozoology and aliens, and maybe not so much aliens because I was traumatized as a small child by aliens. That E.T. movie, oh my goodness, the screaming kind of scared me. But then I really like Sasquatch. My favorite cryptozoological creature is the chupacabra, and that's super fun because I just like the fact that it translates to goat sucker. So number two, I'm definitely into horror movies. So when I talk about horror movies, I mean like all of them, like thrillers and slashers. Slashers are my favorite. I grew up watching Hellraiser with my family. We would watch that kind of thing because I grew up in a family of bikers, and when they were watching TV, it typically was a horror movie or something funny, something to keep you amused. But a lot of horror movies. Um, we, I absolutely fall in love with Pinhead, and I like to refer to him as my second husband. So, or my first husband, depending on which one. My boyfriend kind of gets a little jealous of that sometimes. Not really, but he knows I'm just joking around, but I would marry him. I would marry Pinhead. He's so hot. My third cliche is that I am into Halloween. My house is like covered in Halloween decorations, which is like absolutely crazy. We keep things up like all the time. Like in our front porch, we have a like this little stand that has a little pumpkin on it that talks, and he lights up and his face moves, and it's really cute. Number four, I am pagan, but I am not a Satanist. I am a witch. I consider myself to be a nihilistic witch because it's difficult to say. In my opinion, I believe that there are gods and goddesses and things, but overall, everything is pointless. So that's just how I am on that. I try to go with the flow, and even if it's pointless, it's still better if we let others enjoy the ride too. So, do your best to make somebody laugh or smile, or just generally make their day better. Like, I give people stuff all the time, like flowers and toys and different fabrics that I've collected and various objects. Now, I do tarot readings for people on their birthdays as well who are close to me, and those tend to be pretty good. Number five is that I love music. I love so much music. That sounded crazy, but I love it so much. Now, something I wanted to talk about, goth music. I do love goth music and all. There's one song, and everybody refers to it as the goth anthem, is Bela Lugosi's Dead. I love that song, but I'm kind of the opinion that it is indeed very long. It's 9 minutes and something. Not even sure if I can remember what it's like, 52 seconds or something, or 32. I can't remember. But yeah, that song's very long, but I have to say, if you're goth and you don't like goth music, you can still respect those main five, and Bauhaus, Bela Lugosi's Undead, being one of those that kind of needs its respect. Number six, I have smoked cloves. I do not promote smoking in any way, shape, or form. But when I was younger, I thought it would be cool to kind of hang out with the rest of the goths and smoke a clove. It was an interesting experience, and I'll probably never do it again. Well, considering you can't get a clove anywhere in America. Anyway, long story. Anyway, number 7, I have had absinthe. I liked it. Something that I thought was really cool about it was we mixed it with grenadine syrup, and it actually tasted like a cherry Twizzler, which was really good. We kind of had fun. We had the little spoons with the sugar cube, and we did it all properly and everything, and it was really awesome. It was one of those really cool things. We were just at somebody's house chilling, and we were drinking absinthe, so that was pretty cool. Number 8, my 8th cliche is that I appreciate Gothic literature, like Poe and Byron. Those are just, the top 2. I just love reading. I have a huge collection of books. I'm a library goth. So yeah. So that's not too bad. There's a lot of different books and things like that. Like, I started reading PC Cast's Chosen series, or was that House of Night? The House of Night series. I'm not really into vampires, honestly. I was never into the vampire stories. I like them now, kind of, but I'm really picky about which ones that I read. I still haven't read any of Anne Rice's books, although I did read her Sleeping Beauty series, and whoo, that one's a little hot. Yeah, not for kids. Definitely not for kids. So anybody under 18, do not read those books. And her name is not Anne Rice on those books, so if you find it, I don't know if I should say I'm sorry, but they're good books. I mean, they got good content, but they're a little extreme. My 9th one is that I love DIY clothing. Oh my goodness. I sew a large portion of my clothes. I like to do things up with the shredding of stuff, and I really like to put safety pins and stuff. Like when I was in school, I always had like one little X of a safety pin on the bottom of my shirt on like the left hand side. I don't know why I always did that, but it was just one of those things that I did. And the last and final one, my friend actually, she helped me come up with this one because I couldn't think of anything. Is that I have an obsession with makeup. As you can tell, I love makeup. I'm not really good with my makeup, but I'm decent enough that I can kind of get the look I'm looking for. It just looks not as professional, and I'd like to try and change that sometime. I watch a lot of makeup tutorials and videos and stuff, and I have a lot of fun with that kind of thing. I was thinking maybe I would do a get ready with me one day and see how that goes. Just to, show everybody how weird what I do is for my makeup and how it gets done in the morning. It's basically like 3 things and 2 brushes. I don't typically put foundation on because I have really oily skin. Like, I have combination skin. So, it's oily sometimes and then really dry some other times. So, yeah. Anyway, that is it for now. If you have any questions for me, shoot them my way. Send me something in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Anyway, your lovely Dark Auntie, everybody's Dark Auntie, Auntie Vyvyan, is out. Peace.